Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and information on Path of Exile, starting the week with what GGG has been working on, and mainly it's about charts and voyages, of course this being the part of the league that's new, and what they're planning is a lot of improvements, some of those in the rewards department and others in the crafting department, so that should be pretty good. Also, GGG is looking at Abyss, since apparently the rework didn't really land in terms of rewards, and also combat and density wasn't quite there as well, so that's something GGG is looking at. And the Luminary and the Mercenaries situation, where many players felt baited because there are several walls that you will hit with your mercenary if you do not upgrade it accordingly and if you do not know what you are doing exactly. So this is not an easy starter build, and GG tried to adjust that a little bit, also fixing a lot of bugs along the way, which is always nice. And we got a new unique revealed as well, the Drogur's Lantern, or however that's pronounced, which improves your ignites, making them deal damage faster, and that's one of the best vectors that you can scale your damage with. However, it also gives these Drogur Flames, which is, as you can see here, kind of a Righteous Fire type thing. However, the damage is based on the damage of the strongest ignite that you've inflicted in the past 8 seconds, basically giving you an area that helps clear stragglers that might not have died from your initial ignite. I don't know if this skill has any place in any build, however the damage faster from ignites definitely is very strong, so maybe we'll see some builds with this. And then we also got the full patch notes for the 3.29.1 patch, that's including all the things that we looked at before and some more. For example, they've added a new chart variant, a new ducat, new chests that you can find, and these sunken gems, I've found them and they are kinda useful, especially before your build is actually complete. And there's more in the crafting department. For example, you can now Allflame with Ancient Orbs and Orbs of Chance, which is pretty good, and even an HUD button to open the Voyage map inside the Voyage, which is always nice. I mean, how that was not a thing before makes you wonder, but still. And the mercenary improvements include permanent mercenaries being stronger in the campaign than before, especially up until level 45, but even up the end of the campaign. Also, the mercenaries can be revived, basically just rejoining the area where they died. So if you're playing in maps, this means that it will only cost you 1 portal to get the mercenary back into the map. Also, if your mercenary is dying, you either haven't equipped him well enough, or you're doing content that's too hard for your mercenary right now. Infamous mercenaries are also more common, that's always good if you want to find your perfect mercenary. And in the control blocks there's now another mercenaries that's guaranteed to spawn, that's Act 10, and it will not stop spawning if you are over leveled relative to the area, so you can come back later and try to get it. However, note that the mercenaries are scaled based on the zone that you find them in, meaning that even if you come back while you are over leveled, the mercenary will still be at the level of control blocks in Act 10. That is not very high. And there's also a lot of general improvements and quite a lot of bug fixes as well, so you might want to read those by yourself if you are looking for a specific thing or a specific bug that might have been fixed. And last, speaking about PoE2, we are going to get the qualifiers. We've already seen this news, however this is a reminder that in August we are going to get all of the qualifiers for the PoE2 racing that are going to lead to the main race on the main stage for ExileCon. And the first race is on the 6th of August, and then 1 week after that all the other ones. And yeah, if you do not want to participate but you like looking at races, you can definitely check ZD and Raze serving as the hosts throughout the event, so they will cast all of the races, and that is definitely going to be interesting. These races should not take that long, and seeing more players at the same time is definitely going to keep you quite interested in that. So I do recommend at least keeping it in the background. If you are playing the game, you might as well, and just tab onto that if something exciting is happening, since you can put the game in pause. So hopefully you're enjoying the league. This is definitely a weird league. This is not as clear if it's great or not, but personally I am enjoying it. It's fun, it's different, and yeah, I guess that's all for this week. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That was all. I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.